Alright, no intro. Fuck this. I want to talk about the Cars franchise. What the fuck was Pixar thinking? Who got their nose, fucking John Lasseter is standing around in a board meeting at Disney Pixar going, what the fuck's gonna be our next franchise? And some dipshit in the back finally got his nose out of his fucking Coke mirror to go, Cars but people. And John Lasseter was like, yeah, fucking let's do that. You're on the fucking roll today, Mark. And he goes, he goes right back to it. Nothing makes sense in Cars. Not a single goddamn fucking thing. It's a cute idea. You look at it and you're like, oh, alright, that's something. Get the kids fucking getting the engine rubbing. It's fucking garbage. It doesn't make any sense. Think about this for a minute. There are cars, but they're people. In the first movie, there's a fucking dude, there's an Italian guy who sells tires. And this means that tires, they act about the tires like they're shoes, right? Like you want the white wall tires. It's like getting the nice, like, ooh, you want the white wall Jordans. You want the next fucking Jordans. That's what getting new white wall tires is like for these people. But they go to bed. They go to sleep in the same... They sleep wearing their shoes. They sleep wearing their shoes standing up. What? Do beds exist? I guess not. They're cars, right? How do they get tired? Fucking... What's the biology of a car? If a car... Can one car and a different car create, like, a weird fucking hybrid between the two cars? Can a fucking Toyota fuck a Mack truck and come out with I guess a literal hybrid? But it just gets weirder when you start thinking about the culture of the Cars universe. In Cars 2, there's a Cars Pope. There is a Pope, and he rides around in a sentient Pope-mobile. This begs so many fucking questions. Number one, the Pope-mobile. Was that guy born the Pope-mobile? Or did he join a religious order to become the Pope-mobile? Is that the same as becoming a monk? I don't know. Does a monk drive the actual Pope-mobile? Is he just some douchebag who just happened to be born shaped that way and was like, yeah, I guess I get to drive around the Pope now. That's cool. But then it goes further. The Pope himself. How the fuck can a Pope exist? That means that there's a Cars Jesus. How do you crucify a car? Where do the nails go? How fucking long... What kind of car was Jesus? I want a making model. Give me that fucking making model. What was Jesus? Cars Jesus. What fucking... How do you crucify a car? What kind of car fucking is anything before, like, 1900? The oldest car we see is like a Model T, which is the first car. Was there no history before that? Was that character the oldest character and the only character to see the beginning of time? But that doesn't even make sense. Because they had spin-off movies called Planes. And in that movie, someone has a flashback to a World War I dogfight. Which means that there were decades of setup for a world war that took place in 1911. Which means that there had to have been a point before cars existed in human history. But cars existed in Cars history. How does that make sense? Were proto-cars just wagons? With horses? Are horses a thing? Do horses exist? I don't know. But the animals are also cars. But in the Cars 1 movie, the cows are tractors, but the bull is a combine harvester. How does a tractor and a combine harvester... What? Oh my god, they were the same animal! What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. And then it goes even further. In the same Planes movie, there's another dogfight flashback to World War II, the 1940s. Cars Hitler. There was a Cars Hitler who committed atrocities against car kind. What race did Car Hitler see? What make and model was so abhorrently disgusting to Cars Hitler that he had to have a holocaust against it? Did Volkswagens exist before Cars Hitler? Did Cars Hitler... Did his eugenics program pay off? Did he actually create Volkswagen just like he did in real life? But instead it was a new race of super German car human people? What? Cars Hitler. And that's the other thing. War crimes exist. Because in Cars 2, the main villain, the fucking weird moped thing with the monocle, was insinuated to be a Nazi scientist who got away. Which is fucking weird to begin with. An odd thing to have in a kid's movie. But fucking Nazi scientists in a Cars movie. It makes no fucking sense. Who was the crack addict who came up with this shit? Owen Wilson gets to be a car for a while. Oh, look at that. It's fucking Larry the Cable Guy. Oh no, wait. 9/11. We gotta think about this now. In Cars 2, they ride a plane. And there is a pilot to the plane. But the plane is a living person as well. It is a sentient plane. Yet there is a pilot. How does that make sense? Why is the pilot in the plane if the plane is sentient? Does that mean the plane can go to sleep and continue to be piloted from the inside by the pilot car? Does that mean that cars also have interiors? Can there be smaller cars within the car? Can the weird fucking... the Luigi? The thing with the forks. The forklift. The tiny forklift thing. Could one of those hop inside of a regular sized car and drive it? Is that the same as wearing a skin suit? Is vor an actual sexual thing you can do in the Cars universe? That's practical. If getting a paint job is like changing your clothes, right? Because fucking that's the other. All right, I'm gonna leave the vor because that's a bit but there's a bit in the first movie where Lightning McQueen goes in and he gets a new paint job from Ramona. Everyone's like, ooh, look at that fine piece of ass. So I assume that means that that's like the same as him buying like some fly new fucking clothes. Like, ooh, look at him. Look at him with his Gucci. Look at this guy. But how come when the love interest has a tramp stamp, that's treated like a tattoo and not like something else? How does a car have a tramp stamp? No idea. Not asking that question because that's already insane. We've been down this rabbit hole for like 9 minutes now. This makes nothing makes sense. Cars is a sham. Don't fucking watch it. It makes no sense. My brain hurts. Anyway, Rob Rant over.